Being a big Donald Duck fan, I was quite looking forward to Donald's Dilemma. This is the first segment in the 31st episode of Mickey Mouse Mixed Up Adventures. I think I have like 5 episodes left. It's been quite a long journey, but an enjoyable journey. And the episode itself was pretty good. Donald's Uncle Manny comes along, and Uncle Manny is a creation for this show. I will say I don't like the design of him because he looks not like Donald. Traditionally all of the ducks in Disney, or at least Donald's family, look very similar. Scrooge McDuck and Von Drake looks very similar. Daisy. Uncle Manny has a very different design, so I didn't love the design of the character, but the narrative I thought was quite interesting. Uncle Manny gets in Donald's way. He stops Donald from doing things that he wants to do. He offers suggestions to Donald, not so much criticizing the way Donald does, but definitely putting his nose in where it's, or his beak in, where it's not welcomed. And then he starts to tell Donald's friends some embarrassing stories about Donald when he was a young duck. And his friends love this, of course. They think it's hilarious. They really like Uncle Manny. But Donald's really frustrated. Now, we know it doesn't take much to frustrate Donald, but it's definitely something that's really getting to him. And Daisy has this wonderful discussion with him. And she basically explains to him that he needs to try and focus on the good things about Uncle Manny. And that's not necessarily easy straight away, but with Daisy discussing this with Donald and giving him this bit of a pep talk, he's able to kind of shift his focus and try and focus on the positive things about him. And Little Stinker is also in this quite a lot. Uncle Manny carries him around and he's just absolutely adorable as a character. And I think the message in this is something that a lot of people can relate to. I think we all have, maybe at least one family member or a close family friend who is just really irritating. And not in a way where they're nasty or spiteful. They just have that kind of personality that rubs you up the wrong way. But there is good in everybody. And they do, in most cases, there are exceptions, but in most cases, most people will bring at least something positive into your life, whether they help you out with something, or they have a certain way of doing something that makes you smile. And Daisy helps Donald to kind of shift that and look at things from a different perspective, which I think is a really important thing that may be harder to do in some situations. But I really enjoyed the episode. Yeah, I didn't love Uncle Manny's design, but I liked the character. I liked his personality. I love Donald, and I don't want Donald to feel frustrated, but at the same time, whenever he gets exasperated, I do absolutely love it. So it's a good episode with a good message that I think will appeal to younger children. It's a fun story. Uncle Manny's quite a fun character, but I think the message for anybody of any age is a good way to remind us that some people may have irritating habits or they may get on our nerves, but that doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means that we might need to make a bit of an effort to look at things a little bit differently.